असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतङ्गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. May we lead us from unreal to the reality, ignorance to the knowledge, and from death to immortality. Om. Peace, peace, peace. Dear devotees, as you all know, we are celebrating the Navaratri festival. Some places it is called Navaratri, some places it's called Dasara, and some places it is called Durga Puja. So basically, it is worshipping the Divine Mother, or worshipping the divine, worshipping the God in the feminine form, which is quite interesting and important also, because all the religions, they do not have the feminine form of worship. For example, in the Islam, they do not have at all. Now in the Catholics, they have Mother Mary, but in the Protestants, they do not have. Whereas in the Hinduism or in the Vedanta, worshipping Divine Mother or worshipping the God in the feminine form is quite important and also quite dominant also. There is an independent philosophy, or there is an independent a system parallel to Vedas called Tantra system. So the followers of the Tantras, they argue that the tantric people who are parallelly, we are existing at par with the Vedas, though the traditional people, they don't accept it. So basically the Tantra philosophy says Mother is the supreme. Even the God creator called Brahma, the sustainer called Vishnu, and the dissolver called the God dissolver Shiva, even they are also working at the command of Divine Mother. That is the greatness of the Divine Mother, they say, in here. But in Hinduism, in every ism or in every philosophy or in every sect, somehow or other, they all worship the God in the Divine Mother form. And quite interestingly, if you see in the Western part of the world, especially in the last 100 years, probably woman empowerment has come into picture. Earlier, especially women were really, they were handled very badly. And women empowerment has come into picture. Women should be considered equally with the male, and female should be given all the rights, including the voting rights, working rights, everything came into picture. Now, today, we are going to discuss a Vedic mantra, a collection of mantras, 8 mantras, under a one title called Devi Suktam. Now, whoever follow the ritualistic worship and whoever don't know the Vedas, they have know it. And we, from our young age, we have heard this Devi Suktam in temples and in the monasteries, and we keep chanting. And of course, I did had a good amount of understanding, no doubt. But today for class, when I was preparing, when I was reading or studying, even myself, I was astonished. Such a deep philosophy is embedded in this Devi Suktam. And not only that, it has got greatest Advaitic philosophy, the non-dualistic philosophy in the Devi Suktam, which we shall try to uncover today. And this Devi Suktam is part of the Rig Veda. Now, Rig Veda is the oldest available record or the scripture in the world scenario. In the world religious history, this is the oldest scripture. According to the traditional people, they go around 10,000 to 15,000 years before. The date of the Rig Veda is around roughly 10,000 to 15,000 years. But the Western scholars and the modern interpreters, they go around 3000 BC or 4000 BC. Even if you take it is a 3000 BC, even so it is around 5000 years before, so many centuries. So many centuries before this idea has been prevalent in India. So here, interestingly, the author, though it is not an author, the revealer or the revelator of this Devi Sukta is a lady, is a female woman. It is called Vak. Her name itself is called Vag. And her father is the great Rishi. Rishi means Mantra Dashtara. for whom the mantras, the sacred Vedic mantras, was revealed in his meditation. He led a simple life, he led a disciplined life, and used to contemplate, used to think about the truths and other things. And when his mind raised to the highest level, so for him, the universal truths were revealed to him. So he is called Ambrini. His name, the Rishi's name is called Ambrini. So his daughter is called Vag. So that's why she is also called Vag Ambrini, because she has taken the second name of her father. Now she is explaining or she is describing her experiences. Now, oh, what is your experience? Suddenly, if morning we ask, I mean, if someone asks us, we say, oh, I had a good sleep, beautiful sleep, or I had a disturbed sleep, or my sleep is okay. And then people say, what is your experience? Then we ask, what about? About my life, about my the breakfast or the lunch, or my life experience, or work experience. We all ask, what experience you are meaning here? Now, interestingly, this Vak, the lady Vak Rushiyitri, means she's none other than like Rushiyitri. There are so 30 people at least we get in the Vedas who gave the Vedas, Vedic knowledge for us. 30 women, 30 female people we see in the Vedas, and she's explaining her understanding, her revelation. What it is, she's telling that I am everything in this whole world. I am the God. I am the goddesses. I am this world. And I am everything, everything, whatever the object you take, the being you take, or the God you take, or energy you take, everything has come from me, and I am that. So you can say Tattvamasi, Aham Brahmasmi, whatever the greatest Upanishad, the truth. So I am that non-dual truth. I am the source of creation, has been told, has been explained by Vag 5,000 or 10,000 or 50,000 years before. Now imagine how beautiful it is. Such a sublime philosophy was existing in India 5,000 to 15,000 years before. And very interesting point, if you see, Swami Vivekananda elsewhere, he says in one of his talk, for the Western philosophy, for them, the philosophy is a intellectual gymnasium. They speak about philosophy, they think about philosophy, they write dissertations or theses and etc. They don't live according to it. Though in the modern context that has been erased, that has not been accepted by the modern philosophers, but Swamiji, Swami Vivekananda and others, they always used to say that Western philosophy, if you see, for the philosophers, it is a great gymnasium, intellectual gymnasium. Now, whereas come to Oriental philosophy or the Orientalist, or rather the Asians, and especially with Indians, Chinese, Japanese, for all of them, for them philosophy was way of life or view of reality. That's the reason introduction to Indian philosophy, Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan, the first vice president and the second president of India, a great philosopher who spread the Indian philosophy at the academical level, he says that our philosophy, whichever the philosophy, school of philosophy in India, it is a darshana. Darshana means what? It is seeing, it is experiencing. Experiencing what? It is experiencing the reality. It is called view of reality. So if you can take Advaita Vedanta, the non-dualistic philosophy, or Vishishta Advaita, qualified monoism, then Dvaita, dualism, or Kashmir Shaivism, or Shuddha Advaita. There are so many schools of philosophy in India. All of them are nothing but Darshana Shastras, means they are view of reality. So it is not mere intellectual thinking. It is not mere contemplation. It is not mere speculation. It should be experienceable and it should be experienced. So this Indian philosophy is going against the logical positivists from Veena circle. For them, they say metaphysics is meaningless. We cannot experience it. Now, the Vedanta is saying that for us, philosophy is not mere intellectual thinking. It is the experience. And on that experience, now this Vak, the lady, her experience, based on her experience, she's telling that. What she's telling? Aham rudrebir vasubescharam ham adityeruta. Like that it goes on. Now, let me go that. Aham rudrebihi vasubihi charami. I'm breaking the mantras. Actually, the first mantra it is Aham rudrebihi vasubihi charami. I I means again not the body complex. The Vag is not referring to the body complex. The Vag is referring to the consciousness, the awareness. I am aware of the table. I am aware of this body. I am aware of this watch. I am aware of the people in and around me. So I'm aware of so many things, but I'm not speaking of aware of, I'm speaking the awareness itself. So when Vak is saying I means awareness, consciousness. So that consciousness, is been manifested as Rudra. 11 Rudras we have got. Ekadasha Rudras we said. So I am manifest. Vag is saying that I am manifesting as this 11 Rudras. The 11 Rudras have been manifested by me, or they are deriving the energy, they are deriving the power from me. Now you see, the greatest woman empowerment we can say. A lady, she saying that Rudra, whom we worship as the god of dissolution, dissolver, or whatever, Shiva, that Rudra, fierceful form of the god, fierceful aspect of the divine, that Rudra has been emerged by me, and I am that. Aham Rudrevi. And Vasus are 12 in number. So I am that Vasus, or rather, I am appearing as a Vasu, or Vasus have been emerged by me actually. For example, I have got a 5 kgs of sugar. Then, with the help of sugar, I made a sugar sweets. Sugar burfi I have made, maybe sugar syrup I have made. So different type of sweet delicacies I have made from sugar. Now, if you see the content is where content is only sugar. So sugar has been manifested as sugar is appearing as a burfi or a syrup or different type of sweets. So similarly, she's telling that that consciousness, awareness has been manifesting as Rudras. The consciousness is manifesting as Vasus, 12 Vasus. Sorry, yeah, 8 Vasus. Yes, Ashta Vasus. Thank you. So then, Aham Adityai Uta Vishwadevaihi. Even Adityas, 12, yes. Dwadash Adityas, the 12 Adityas has been manifested by me, or I am appearing as 12 Adityas. And Vishwadeva, there are 2, 3 meanings. One is the collection of the gods and goddesses, celestial beings, or there are 2 people, they say, some of the commentators. Anyhow, so basically, the celestial beings or the angels has been emerged by me, and I have been manifested, I've been appearing as Vishwadeva. Yeah, excuse me. Aham, not only that, Aham Mitra, Aham Varunebi, Bibarmi, Aham Indragni, Aham Ashvinobha. Okay, I am also manifesting as Mitra. Mitra is the god or the power, natural, because in the Vedic wisdom, if you see, initially they started worshipping all the different natural forces, natural energies as the embodiment of God. It is also way of divinizing. Aham Mitra, the god of rain. Even I am appearing as the god of rain. Aham Varuna, sorry, Varuna is god of rain, and I am the Mitra, and Bhibarmi. I uphold them, I support them, I am giving the power to them. Then Aham Indra. Indra is what the leader of all the celestial beings, or is the Lord of heaven, basically, and Aham Indra. And Aham Agni, I am the fire. Aham Ashvinobha. Ubha means it is a dual. In Sanskrit, it's got one and dual and multiple. So Ashvinobha means Ashvinis. They are called celestial, what you say, doctors, you can say physicians. So they are always twins, they are 2 people. So Ashvinobha, I am appearing as Ashwini Kumaras. 2 Ashwini Kumaras who are called celestial doctors, celestial physicians. Even I am appearing as them, or they have derived the energy from me. So basically, she is telling, I am the cosmic power from which everyone is deducting, everyone has drawn the energy and they are doing their actions. So Varuna is doing his actions, Agni is doing his action, Indra is doing his action in his territory, and Ashwini Devatas, they are doing their actions, their functions, or whatever. And they have, all of them have got their own powers and the energy and whatever, and the knowledge. Everything has been derived from me, and I am that ultimate reality. I am that supreme self. So if you remember in the Gita, in the Vibhuti Yoga, the 10th chapter, you say, Yadhyad Vibhuti Matsatvam Shimadurchitameva va Tatta Devavagachat Mamatejam Sambhava. Wherever you see the uniqueness, you try to understand that I am manifesting there, means the divinity. So this is actually, we can use this as a upasana. In the olden days, they used to as a upasana, a form of meditation. So that supreme power is been manifesting as every god and goddesses. So many, I mean, nowadays these discussions have come down. So 20, 30 years, 50 years before, so there was a lot of discussion between the Western scholars and the Indian scholars, whether the Vedic religion or the Indian religion, whether it is a pantheism, whether it was a monoism or monism or monotheism or whatever. So many of the Western scholars used to argue based on these descriptions. Oh, Vedic knowledge is what a pantheism. But whoever studies this Devi Sukta, they will understand that it is not so. We don't have multiple gods. We don't have multiple goddesses. We have got only one God. One God has been called by different names based on the functions. I mean, how to understand this? I can give an example like that. A person. Now, he has married a lady. So, with that respect to that lady, he's an husband. Now, they have got a children. Now, that same person, X, with respect to wife, is an husband. With respect to his children, is a father. With respect to his neighbors, is a just neighbor. And with respect to his company, is an employee or is employer, as is a colleague. And with respect to country, is a citizen. And with respect to enemies, is an enemy. Is a friend, is an enemy, is a neighbor, is a colleague, is a father, is a son, and is also what you say, husband. Now, one person, he is being called by different names based on the relationships and based on his activity. So similarly, God is one, and we are calling by different names based on his nature or based on his function or based on the utility actually. So we have got only one God. We don't have multiple gods. And one more, I mean, interesting thing is we have got 33 crore of God, 33 crore gods, we say that. Oh, then whom to worship? There's a problem for some of us. Oh, Swamiji, in Hinduism, there are 33 crore gods because crore means koti in Sanskrit or in vernacular languages. So then we have got 33 crore gods, whom to worship, whom to leave. So again, it has been wrong translation of the Sanskrit language. I say that their koti means it is not the crore. Koti means it is a group. So we have got so many types of gods actually. Say Gandharvas, Yakshas, Kinnas, like Rudras, then Adityas. There are different types, and all types of gods put together, we have got 33 actually, 33 number. And all of them are with a small g. Again, gods and goddesses with a small g, we confuse actually. Anyhow, so one god is appearing in different forms. Then aham somam ahanasam bibarmi. I support the soma who brings delight for them. In the olden days, the soma yagna and soma rasa, all these things were very important actually. Aham tvashtaram uta pushanam bhagam. Aham tvashtru means I am the divine craftsman. So there is a divine craftsman like Vishwakarma or Tvashtru. I am the divine craftsman. Aham Tvashtaram. Then Aham Pushanam. Pushan means sun actually, who nourishes, who gives energy. Aham Pushan. I am the sun. Aham Bhagam. Bhagam means it is a lot of fortune. So Aham Bhagam. So what all the different type of gods and goddesses are different celestial beings we come across the Vedic wisdom or in the Vedic literature, she is claiming that all of them is I. Now, well, you may say that two arguments can be put forth by the people here. I think she has lost her mental balance. Probably she is telling that. Or maybe she's egoistic. So just she's claiming that everything has done by me, I am everything. This is can be there. No, it is not because of the loss of mental balance, or it is not because of ego. It is because of the experience of the tribulation. Which reminds me to, I think, Shvetashvatar Upanishad or Chandogya Upanishad. There the Rishi says, Shrunvantu Vishve Amrutasya Putraha Ayedhamani Divyani Tastuhu Vedahametam Purusham Mahantam Aditya Varnam Tamasaparada. Oh, children of bliss, oh, beings who are living in this mundane world or universe, please listen to me. Not only that, oh gods who are in the heaven, who are in the above worlds, please listen to me because you don't know the truth. What is the truth? We are all the son of immortal bliss. You are the son of immortal bliss. I am the son of immortal bliss. And the people who are above in the above world, they are also the heir of immortal bliss. And this is the truth. And I am the vast, I am the consciousness, I am the vast awareness, he says. So that revelation was also for this lady, for this the lady by name Vak. And interestingly, one more, if from the philosophical angle, if you see, God is expressed as Divine Mother. And also, if you see the history, Rama, at least we get the incarnations as a human form. Rama, before doing the killing the main part, that is killing the Ravana, though this is called Dakshinayana time, the south, the sun is moving in the southern direction. According to our mythology, it is a night for the Devatas and they're all sleeping. And because to kill Ravana, he wanted special power and special energy, like a booster dose, you can say that. So he wanted a booster dose. Then he prayed to Divine Mother, and Divine Mother gets up and he says, "Oh, my dear Rama, don't you know that I'm sleeping? This is my resting time. Why did you disturb?" Then Rama says, "I need a booster dose, my dear mother. That's the reason I disturbed you." Why do you need booster dose? Because I need to kill, to slain the Ravana. That's how this Sharan Navaratri, this time Navaratri worshipping has been started, because Rama worshipped and he got the blessings of Divine Mother. That's where we have also started. And Rama, before doing his main work, he worshipped Divine Mother. Same thing you can see in the life of Krishna. Krishna, before Kurukshetra war, he took Arjuna secretly to the place in the forest or in the cave, and he made to worship Divine Mother. And he says, if you receive the Divine Mother's grace, you will be able to win the war. So there again we see the Divine Mother worship. And in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's case, is again one incarnation or a prophet. He also worships Divine Mother Radha before starting his work. And if you see the Adi Shankaracharya, he worships the Divine Mother in the form of Sri Vidya or Lalita, and he starts. And if you see in the form of again Ramanujacharya, one more prophet or one more great philosopher, he also worships Mother in the form of Lakshmi, and he starts his main work. And the latest incarnation, who Sri Ramakrishna, whom we all worship, even before he starting his mission, before all disciples coming or whatever, he worshipped his own wife as a Divine Mother in the form of Shodashi, and he started his divine mission. And now you can understand very interestingly, all the incarnations, before starting their main spiritual mission, they worshipped the Divine Mother, they received the blessings of Divine Mother, and they started. By this, we can understand how important the blessings of the Divine Mother. I think again, it's a quite interesting conversation. It happened in Kashi, Varanasi. One of the monk or a devotee asked Swami Brahmanandaji, who was the first president of our Ramakrishna order, who was a great spiritual illuminary and all. And he was already experienced Nirvikalpa Samadhi. He was the knower of Brahman. And and a person, a devotee or a volunteer or a monk, he asked Swami Brahmanandaji, why should we worship Divine Mother? Why should we worship Divine Mother? He gives a very interesting and notable answer or reply that, look, because the key for this Maya, the key for the Mukti or Moksha is with the Divine Mother. So the moment you worship the Divine Mother, the moment you surrender to the Divine Mother, the key to the Mukti or the freedom or the Moksha will be unlocked, and you'll be getting the Moksha or Mukti. That's where in the Lalita Sahasranama we say Brahma Granthi, Vishnu Granthi, and Rudra Granthi. There's a psychological esoteric knots. Until otherwise these knots are untied, we can't get the Mukti, or our Kundalini will not be risen and reaching the Sahasrara from the Tantra Shastras. So, aham dadhami dravinam havishmate. And not only that, I grant wealth to the people who does the oblations, yagnas. Yagna means, again, we should not think that who offers some oblation sacrifices and who does this ritualist. No. Yagna means it's actually contributing personality. I am helping people. I am feeding food for animals. I am feeding food for beggars. I am helping some fellow beings, and I am following the disciplines, and I am trying to contribute to the society in different way. Even that is also called yagna. That is the actual meaning of yagna actually. So yagna means what? Giving something to others. So practicing unselfishness. So whoever practices unselfishness and whoever practices ethics and morality, for all of them, I grant the wealth. And also I grant their wishes, whatever they wish for. Supravye ye yajamanaya sunvate. And whoever worships me, whoever performs the yagnas, whoever performs this contribution personalities, or whoever performs the unselfish act, for all of them, I bless them, I protect them. So now, very interestingly, so God has been worshipped as divine form. And that's the reason in our Vedas or Upanishads, they take a very safe stand. So we don't know whether God is male, whether God is female. So they use the neutral gender called it. means they use a neutral gender. And interestingly, in the Durga Puja in the Bengal, they do Durga Puja. Now, Durga, we all know that she is a feminine form, but still they say we don't know what is the real name, what is the real nature, we don't know. So, generally, we give a sacred thread for the male, but in the Durga Puja, we also give sacred thread as a part of worship for the Mother Durga also. Why? Because we don't know whether she's a male, whether she's a female, or whether she's both or she's not. That's why they worship the mother even with the sacred thread also. Okay. And if you see very interestingly, in the Kenopanishad also, we get this Uma Haimavati. So Indra was thinking that I am all powerful. Varuna was thinking I am all powerful. All the celestial beings, most of the celestial beings were thinking all powerful. Then the mother wanted to teach a lesson. Suddenly in the heaven, there was a court where different celestial beings are sitting and they're doing their cabinet meeting. Suddenly a straw grass was fallen. Suddenly they started thinking, from where this blade of grass has fallen. Then there was a voice, no form, only voice. Can anyone can do this? Then Varuna comes, and what should I do? Can you blow this? What can you do? That voice asked. Then Varuna said, "Oh, I am a wind, power of wind. I can blow anything in the world." Then the voice says, "Okay, there's a blade of grass. Can you blow it away?" Varuna laughs and says, "Entire world I can blow it away. This blowing this blade of grass is difficult." Then the voice says, the divine voice says, "Go ahead." And he, how much ever he tries, he cannot even let shake the blade of grass. He accepts his defeat and he goes back and sits. Then Agni comes. What you can do? I can burn anything in the world. Then can you burn this blade of grass? Again he laughs and he tries. He cannot do. So like that, there are different gods. They come. They use their power. They cannot do anything for the blade of grass. Finally, Indra comes. He understands that everyone has failed. Now, even if I fail, I'm a leader, then I will have a black face. He took a very safe stand. I don't know who are you. Please reveal me. We have got limited power. You have got unlimited power. Like that, he prays. Then Uma Aimavati, the divine mother, appears in her form, and she says that, okay, all the energies, whoever you have got, I have given that. So don't be egoistic. Oh, Varuna, you don't be egoistic. Agni, you don't be egoistic. Like that, she says and she disappears, and they all understand. So basically, the Divine Mother is giving the power to every celestial being or a demigods, according to even the Kenopanishad. Then, second mantra, Aham Rashtri Sangamani Vasunam. I am the mother of all the nations. That's where in India, we worship the nation in the form of a feminine form. For us, India, Bharata is Bharata Mata. Why? We worship the country or our nation as in the feminine form because of this Vedic knowledge. So she's the sovereign queen, she's saying that. Aham Rashtri Sangamani Vasuna. Aham Rashtri, I am the sovereign queen, I am the mother of all the nations. Sangamani Vasuna, the uniter of all the wealths. Basically, I bestow the wealth for everyone, basically. That's what. So she's telling I'm the source of civilization, actually. Chikidushi Pratama Yagniyana. Chikidushi means I am the wisest person. And Pratama Yagniyana. And I am the person whom to be worshipped at the any act. Generally, if you see in the Hindu mythology, we worship the Ganesha actually, and that supreme self or the mother is been appearing as Ganesha actually, according to this. Tama Deva Vedaduhu. And I assign the duty for every god and goddesses. Okay, you take this portfolio and you do this. For example, Yama, the Lord of Death. So he takes care of the people, beings, when there is birth and when there is death, he decides, or their fate decides. And that has been taken care by the Lord of Death, Yama. So who has given the portfolio to the Yama? Who has given that power to the Yama, if you ask? So here, Mother Devi or Vak, she's telling, I have assigned that portfolio to the Yama. Same thing for every god and goddesses, the like power behind the natural energy, whomever we worship, for all of them, the portfolios and the energy and the power has been assigned by me. So I am behind all of them. Purutra Bhuristatram. And I'm also dwelling in every place, multiple places. So there is no place where I am not there. In the water, are you there? Yes. In the fire, are you there? Yes. In this earth and soil, are you there? Yes. In the space, are you there? Yes. So in the object, in the insentient, in the sentiency, in the beings, in the animals, in the reptiles, in the mammals, in the objects, everywhere I am manifesting it. So people are able to, only wise people are able to experience it or see it, and others are not. Bhurya Veshayantim. And also I am entering into many forms, means I am appearing in many forms. So now if you remember again the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, the Vishwarupa Darshana, the cosmic form of Lord Narayana, the same idea has been taught. So, I mean, the Lord Narayana appears in a multiple forms, multiple forms. So even the birth and death and the nature, everything has been come out from him and is going back from him. So the same Vishwarupa Darshana or cosmic form has been told here. It is like the Purusha Sukta. In the Purusha Sukta, we can understand that God has been appearing everything. And now, and also one more interesting thing now, if you see, at least the we have been taught that, okay, like the civilization has been risen, like the people, they started and they're nomadic or whatever, the tribals, they started living in a group of people, maybe in the caves or in the forest, covering the barks, covering the skins of the animals and the leaves or whatever, and they started hunting, and they slowly discovered the fire, then they started cooking, and they invented or discovered agriculture, irrigation. That's how the civilization grew. And slowly the religion they grew. We think that's how our history has been taught for us. But if you read deeply history, it is not so. Religion has been formed earlier, and the civilization has followed afterwards. Actually, this is very interesting. When I was reading a Devi Suktam, that's what I understood. So the religion has been formed earlier, and the civilization has been the corollary of it, or a byproduct of it. Actually. And when I was reading Devi Sukta, again, whoever has studied Swami Vivekananda's life deeply, I was able to remember this. This Swami Vivekananda is a young chap who has studied a lot of philosophy, Indian philosophy, Western philosophy, isms. He was a very wise man. He was a very brilliant student. He comes and asks his guru, Sri Ramakrishna, Sir, have you seen God? Sri Ramakrishna says, Yes, I have seen God. I have seen God more clearly than you, and I can show you if you want. Okay, that's fine. From then onwards, their relationship starts, and young Naren comes and he starts arguing many times. He discusses, he debates, and etc. All these things we see. And he also examines his guru. Guru also examines the student, and student also examines the guru. Very quite interesting relationship both of them they had. But in the case of Holy Mother Sharda Devi, not a single time this so-called rationalist, so-called independent thinking, wise man, philosopher, whatever, all this in Naren or Vivekananda, he never questioned, he never challenged, he never asked anything with the Divine Mother, Holy Mother Sharda Devi. Rather, with full of spirit, with full of reverence, with full of respect, he always followed Holy Mother Sharda Devi. So it is quite interesting. Probably he had that vision and he had that understanding and the knowing about the importance of the Divine Mother, importance of the feminine worship and all. That's what in his letters we see a lot of things. So especially in the India, woman has been neglected and the masses has been neglected. These are the two sins has been committed by Indians. That's the reason we are doing the mistakes. Until otherwise we take care of the woman properly with all the dignity and the power, I mean the freedom, so India cannot rise. And he speaks so much about the woman empowerment and give the freedom for them, allow them to take their decisions and all. He speaks why probably he understood the greatness of the importance of the feminine worship and the Divine Mother. Mayaso Annamatti means, if you remember in the Prashna Upanishad, whoever has attended my class, we use the word matti and all. So by me, one eats food. Now I am eating the food. Who is eating? I am eating the food. We think that, but actually the Divine Mother is consuming the food. That's what we saying. Yah vipashyati, yah praniti, yash im shrunoti uktam. Who is seeing? I am seeing. Who is breathing? I am breathing. Who is hearing? I am hearing. So every action can be divinized by this. I am seeing, I am hearing, I am working, I am sleeping. So every action can be divinized now. So this body mind is doing. One is from Gnana point of view, from the Sankhyan point of view. That's what you can think. Oh, this body mind is doing its actions. I am the self. I let be detached. I am a Purusha, and these are all part of Prakriti. This from the knowledge point of view. It starts with, now she's telling everything is divine. So, I mean, Sister Nivedita writes an introduction to complete works of Swami Vivekananda. She says, now onwards, everything is sacred. There's nothing secular. To pray, to labor is to pray. What a beautiful statement. To labor is to pray. I am cleaning the house or I am cleaning the garden. That can be a meditation. That can be service to the God actually. So I'm eating, I'm sleeping, I am talking, I am walking, I am jogging, whatever exercises we all do. Okay, that has got its physical implications, but that can be divinized. Why? Because everything is what? Mother. Hearing, seeing, breathing, all actions behind that power energy has been given by the Divine Mother. That's what she is telling. Amantavo manta upakshiyanti. And who does not understand this? It comes in Kenopanishad also, which we are discussing on the Thursday, which we are yet to come to this point. Who doesn't understand this? This is the truth. Who doesn't understand this? They have to go back and come back. Go back and come back means what? They have to be in the cycle of birth and death. Samsara chakra, cycle of birth and death. This great truth. If you don't understand, I feel pity towards you. Why? Because you have to come back and go back. Come back and go back. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. Here samsare, bahudustare, krupaya pare, pahi murare. That's what in Bhajagovindam we say that. This samsara, the cycle of birth and death. Oh my God! I have to start from kindergarten again. I have to read. I've done PhD in this life, but again next life. No, no. What do you say? No discount for me. Again, I have to start from my ABCD kindergarten or whatever. So, I'm tired. I don't want to get into this. I have to break this sign of cycle. If you say yes, come to me. I am here to protect you. I am here to help you. Then who doesn't want? Okay, okay. Go ahead in the cycle of birth and death. Amantavo Mata Upakshiyanti. Shrudishruta Shraddivam Te Vadami. Oh, listeners, please hear with conviction I am speaking you. It is not mere speculation. It is not mere intellectual thinking. With conviction means what? With realization, with faith, with confidence, I am speaking these things, and these are the universal truths. And if you see Keno, I mean, in the Keno Upanishad first mantra, it comes like Kene Shitam Padati Preshitam Manaha, Kena Prana Pratama Preti Yuktaha, Kene Shitam Vacham Imam Vadanti, Chakshashotram Kudeva Yunakti, Kavudeva Yunakti. Who is that light? Who is the divine energy or energy by which I am able to speak? My mind is functioning. I am able to breathe. I am able to hear. Who is that? Now, here we are getting the answer. It is all Divine Mother. In the fifth mantra now, Ahameva Swayamidam Vadami, and I'm speaking this myself. Justam Devi Bruta Manushebihi. I am honored by human beings and I am honored by gods also. Why? Because I am the highest knowledge. I am the truth of the humanity or to the humanity. Now, if you see a sadhaka, a spiritual aspirant, he does a lot of spiritual practices for one life or a few lives, and he experiences who am I. He experiences the God, he experiences the self, and he tells that what is God, who is God, what is God, who am I, or what am I. That is the one thing. And there are prophets. Prophets who comes, they're already, achieved, but just they do little spiritual practice and they understand the truth and they speak. So one is the saints and the other is prophets. And here she is not speaking from from the saints point of view, not from even from the prophets point of view. Rather, we can say from the incarnation point of view, or from the highest truth point of view. I am that highest truth. So here, the Vak is not as a human form, not as a body-mind complex, which has been what you say, arrested in the body-mind complex, and as a living being, as an individual being, Jivatma, we say she's not speaking in that form. She's speaking from as the universal cosmic power, as a goddess, or as a supreme self. So I am the source of everything, either the creation, maintenance, and the dissolution, the cycle of creation. I am the source behind all these things, which we speak in Srushti Sthiti Vinashanam Shakti Bhute Sanatani. So Srushti Sthiti Vinashanam Shakti Bhute. I am the source for all these things. I'm Sanatani, I'm eternal. So there is no beginning and there is no end to it. Tam yam kamaye tam tamugram karanomi. So yam kamaye, whatever you wish, I am ready to give you. If you really wish and if you really pray to me, yes, I can grant your desire. Whomever I wish. And sorry, yam kamaye means whomever I wish, I can grant. So it is like Holy Mother says a beautiful way. So how it is a grace of God. She gives a simple example like of a child. She gives like that, okay, child has got a toy, which probably a worth of 1 or 2 euros. Now I will go and say that, my dear child, can you give me this toy? The child says, no, 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 I will not give, I don't want to give. Then you will say, oh, I will give a chocolate. No. I will give 10 euros. No. I will give 100 euros. I will give 1000 euros or 100,000 euros. She will say no. Because I want this doll, I don't want to give. Okay. After someone XYZ comes, A, B, C, or whomever, so then even without asking, the child may give the doll for the XYZ and the child may go away. Why? Because child gave, that's all. So it is like this grace. So grace is beyond unconditional. So whenever God wishes, He can grant anything and everything. That's what Holy Mother says. And she gives the example of this child, like that's what the divine grace. So here, Yam Kamaye means whomever I wish, I grant everything. Materialistic prosperity or spiritual prosperity, I grant. Tam tamugram krunomi. And I make him powerful, I make him strong, I make him mighty. Now we can see in the Devi Saptashati or Chandi, this is what we see in the Suratha and the Samadhi. Suratha was a king already. He was a king and he had a wonderful army, wonderful empire and everything. But unfortunately, his own ministers and his own officers, they cheated and they joined the hands with the enemies camp. And that's how the king, the Suratha was defeated. And to save his life, he runs from the kingdom and he enters the forest. And he for a few days with a broken heart, he was just roaming and he comes and he meets one of his friend. He was Samadhi. Samadhi was again a millionaire in those days. He was a millionaire, very rich person, wealthy person. Unfortunately, his own wife and his own children, they snatch all the property. Not only that, he was kicked out from his house. So one king and the wealthiest person, both of them were kicked by their places and they were got cheated from their own people. And with the broken hearts, they entered the forest. And after some time, when they were roaming each other, they met each other, they shared their pain, they shared their sorrows, and they came to a Rishi called Sumedha. And he heard all their stories, and he gave him the Navakshari mantra, 9 syllable mantra, and he asked them to do the chanting. Then they asked why, and he narrated the whole story of the Divine Mother in the 700 verses we see, which is part of Markandeya Purana. Then they got the devotion towards the Divine Mother and they chanted that Navakshari mantra for 3 years. At the end of the third year, Mother reveals. Mother comes in front of them and she asks, oh, my dear children, what do you want? Then Surata asks, oh, I have lost my kingdom. I want to get back my kingdom. Then mother laughs and she blesses. Okay. And she gives one more extra boon. In the next life, you will become the Manu and you can rule the entire universe or entire creation. Then Samadhi was asked, what do you want? Samadhi said, I've seen the world enough. I've enjoyed the world enough. I've experienced the world enough. I don't want anything to get into this world. Please give me the mukti or moksha. I don't want anything. That's how he gets moksha. So why I'm giving this example is yam kamaye tam tamagram krunomi. Whatever you wish, whatever you desire, I will give it. And even if I desire something, I will also give you. Tam brahmanam. Here, Brahmana means it is commentators give two meanings here. One is if I wish, I will make him as Chaturmukha Brahma. That is the God creator. So, according to the Indian mythology, every cycle of creation has got new Brahmas actually. It is a portfolio. So, I can make him XYZ, A, B, C, or whomever, say A, for example, a person A, I can make him Brahma next cycle. Or I can bless him so that he can be the knower of the Brahman. So it can be the knower of Brahman, or I can make him as a Chaturmukha Brahman, or the God, the God of creation. Tam Rushim, Tam Sumedham. Tam Rushi means I can make him as a seer. Rushi means one who is a mantra dashtara. Tam Sumedham, I can make him the wisest person. If someone wants, oh, I want to be Albert Einstein like, or Isaac Newton like, yes, mother can bless and we can become that. Actually, it happened in Swami Satprakashananda's case, who started the St. Louis Center and the Dallas Center in the mid part of the America, the Bible Belt, we say that. And he was not very bright student, or he was not known for his philosophy, it seems. Somehow he got the blessings of Holy Mother Sharda Devi. Holy Mother blessed, and as a result, he became one of the greatest philosopher. And his book, Methods of Knowledge, even today, the philosophers they read, it is one of the magnum opus. So it is all Krupa, Mother's Krupa. Aham Rudraya Dhanuratanomi. And I give the power to Rudras. And Dhanuratanomi means, again, so I give the power to Rudra and I stretch the bow, preparing the weapon. So here, this is a very, what you say, symbolical meaning actually. So I am giving the power to Rudra and I'm helping him to hold the bow, and I'm helping to, what you say, pull the string. That is what the literal translation meaning of the mantra it comes. Actually, what should we understand here? I am here helping the seekers to remove all their obstacles, to destroy the enemies. If you want to if you like and if you worship me, to destroy the enemies externally, yes, that is also possible. That is also, I will bless you. And if you want to destroy your own enemies, kill your own enemies, like lust, anger, greed, pride, unnecessary pride, all these internal enemies which is obstructing my life, which is obstructing me to see the divine or to experience the divine, even that will be removed by me. Brahmadvishe, against the hater of the sacred knowledge or against the hating of the Brahman. Sharave Antavavu means I will hold the arrow and help the Rudra. Janaya Samudam Krunomi. And also I bring strife or comfort among the people. So basically, I also make the war among for the benefit of the humanity. She's saying that in here. Aham Dyava Prutivi Avivesha. I pervade the earth, I pervade the Yavan, I pervade the above worlds, and I pervade the below worlds. Means what? I exist everywhere. So last two mantras, Aham Suve. Aham Suve means I give birth. Means I am the source of creation, basically. So that's what it has been told, like in the few Vedic mantras, it is told how this creation starts. Creation starts from the pot. Means pot contains all the germs, all the seeds of the plants and the every species. From there, the pots get broken, and those will come in, fall in the on the earth, and everything starts. That has been given like a symbolical explanation in the Puranas. Actually, in the Kumbakonam is there. There's one pilgrimage place, important pilgrimage place in the Tamil Nadu, Kumbakonam. Why? Because at the beginning of the creation, the Kumbha, the Brahma did, and that Kumbha broke there, and the creation started. They say that. So it is all symbolical meaning there, actually. So the whole creation has been emerged from the Divine Mother. Aham Suve. I give birth means what? So the whole creation has been emerged by me. Pitaram Asya Murdhan means I am the father of the universe. I am the mother of the universe. I am the father of the universe also. Mama Yonihi Apsu Antas Samudre, because I am the infinite ocean of existence, consciousness, and bliss. And what about this world? The worlds, the universe, the galaxies, and whatever you say, they are all like a small, tiny waves. You see a ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Pacific Ocean, there are infinite number of waves, or that infinite number of waves are nothing but infinite number of galaxies. So the vast ocean, among them few waves. So like that, I am the vast ocean, among them these beings are the world, universes, galaxies, everything is like just like a waves. Now, from all these things, what you will understand? I am sleeping in the lap of mother. I am working in the lap of mother. I am eating in the lap of mother. I am doing everything in the mother's lap, actually. That we should understand here. That is what the spiritual meaning of this entire discussion. Tato vitishte bhuvananu vishve. And from there, I expand through all the world. Means from there means from here, I expand all the world. Tamum dhyam vashmanopas prushomi. From there, I touch that heaven and greatness and all. Basically, I'm very expanding. There is no place where I am not there. So this is the last mantra. Ahameva vata iva pradami. And I'm like the wind, and I put everything in the motion. I am the wind here, not only wind, it is basically energy actually. I am the source of energy basically. Arabhamana Bhuvanani Vishwa, and I am sustaining all the universe. So I am the creator and I am the sustainer also. Parodiva Parayena Prativyai. I am beyond the Yavan, I am beyond this earth. Tavati Mahina Sambhabhuva. And with such greatness and vastness I have come into existence. I am that existence. So this is the overall a simple meaning of the Devi Sukta. Now you can understand how the Vedantic knowledge has been given in such a beautiful, simple language. Actually, if you read in Upanishads and if you read in some other works, the Sanskrit language is very tough. Actually, very tough and terse form or whatever, very complex. Here it is very simple and very grand and very delightful. Actually. So I am the universe, I am inside, I am outside, I am everywhere, and I am that Sachidananda, existence, consciousness, bliss absolute, and everything has been come from me. That is what her experience. So she is narrating her experience actually. Who? Vak. She is a daughter of Ambrini. And that is her experience. So her mind had gone to that highest state, and she's experiencing that I am that Brahman. And from that state, highest experience, she's telling this. It means it is out of experience, she's revealing this truth, she's explaining this truth for all of us. And very interestingly, just a one point, immanent God and transcendent God, there's always this problem is there. And in all the theistic religions and the Semitic religions, the problem of evil is the greatest problem. If God is good, how can he create this evil? So that's how the Christianity comes out from the good God, and there's a Satan who always makes us to do the wrong things and all. Now the theistic religions have got a problem. That's why they say they bring the transcendent aspect of the God. Oh, God is all powerful, fine, and is above the world, and is in the above the sky. That's why he's not polluted by this, and is above that. And that's how they try to bring the transcendent form of the God, and they try to get rid of this problem of evil. Then there are so many people, philosophers, they challenge it. If the God is all powerful and if he's above the world, then he doesn't understand our problems probably, etc. Then if they say that no, he's here also, then he's polluted, or get into the how he is able to bring this type of creation which is with full of problems, with full of challenges, war, peace, good, bad, right, wrong, all this problem comes. Now Vedanta can give beautiful answer for that. God is transcendent, God is immanent also. That's again beautiful philosophy. It is a discussion in itself. So if you know the problem of evil, if you have the problem of transcendency aspect of God, immanent aspect of God, and when you study, Vedanta can give the best example or best solution. God is transcendent and is immanent and is beyond that. You cannot limit for these two alone. So that great revelations and the truths are in our Vedas, and especially in this Devi Sukta. And Devi Sukta is chanted independently. It is also chanted as part of Devi's Durga Saptashati and Chandi Parayan, and also during the bathing the Divine Mother, we also chant this Devi Sukta, which is very interesting and which is really empirically, epistemological, or rather philosophical in nature, which is a great non-Advaitic work. It is actually. So may Divine Mother bless all of us in this auspicious day of Navaratri, and we shall worship her, we shall be the recipient of her grace, and we shall be able to get rid of this ignorance, and we shall experience that highest truth. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Rama Krishna Arpanamastu.